It's, this poetry here, this poem has become something like a classic poem because it was the first time this sort of poem appeared in our poetry world. You know, I wrote it in the form of a catalog, just a list of lines with no um, um, coherence in it. But then, you know, if the Burmese readers read line by line, they understand at once what I'm saying. But the censorship totally missed the point, and so it got published.
Something to learn, guys.
So I'll just read it out in English. The ways of the beards. There is a hair. The rhymeless of the world unite in Marx's beard. Not growing a beard is existentialism, says Sartre. Helen's beard that has launched 1,000 ships. Beards looking for a chin, like words for a poem. Beard is the war-torn town of the Chin in Civil War. In the history of Chin, beard is the defeated truth. The world burned down at Marilyn's beard. The mediocrities look elegant in media beards, honored with flexible beard awards. The beard of the capital decorated with electric lamps. Oh, the beard of dreams beyond form. The beard of the desert whirling at the end of my vision. A small red mole still running on the beard of social realism. We have emerged from the raincoat of the famous blue beard. Beard sobbing over my shoulder. This has happened. This has happened in Maria. This has happened in beard. The news of the beard ghost harrowing, yet scientifically proven. The youthful beard, the powerful storm. Just take care of your beard. Language will take care of itself. Instead of writing poetry, why not just grow a beard? Hey, beards of the world, let's get out of the Lanigo. Into the scene of the beard on trial. Many myths are said to be trafficked in. Probing at the word, the scar of the beard was found. Don't let the flag fall. Fight on until only your beard remains, say the Banzai t-shirts. Stop press news. The beard has just called himself you. The spoke's beard has been shaved temporarily. His beard was also silenced, so goes the story. Post-beardism and the history of histories scattered, the robbery of the 3 primary roots of the beard, a handbook to mental attitude analysis by Zen Beard, the mourning of the humming beards in the cage, the virtuous beards who are no saints, Sisyphus rolling up the untrimmable beard of the gods. This is my favorite. This beard is my brand, she said. History will forgive my beard. To install electric power all over the country, to establish beard power all over the land. Go away, you swineherd. You only love your beard. A beard is a beard is a beard, a rose is a rose is a rose. All of you belong to the beardless generation. God is playing dice with the beard.
Do next slide. Do next slide. It's got Singapore in it.
Yep. Yep. Slideshow.
Yeah.
Again, this is written in the style of a catalog, and just lines, with this slideshow as a refrain. Life is back to normal. Next slide. In the West, it's a different story. Next slide. Shall we also discuss the issue of the privileged? Next slide. Impossible. I've said it many times. Next slide. Maria Xiao, Channel News Asia, Beijing. Next slide. Since I've decided to wear only trousers, not a single passo has entered my head for 10 years. Similarly, a poem or maungba. Next slide. By using traditional technology, we continue to produce successful shrimp pastes. Next slide. The body parts of the hostages have to be matched with their identity cards. Next slide. Shibboleths in lieu of heartbeats. Your call cannot be reached at the moment. What if no one comes when the Great War is staged someday? Next slide. Since 13 and a half, I have made love to 10,000 women. I just wanted to connect with at least one of them. Next slide. Loathing plus fear and loathing. Next slide. The laughter I have learned masks those I have suppressed. Next slide. What's life? It's a sexually transmittable disease. Let's share it. Next slide. The lives that have been barely alive and gone. Next slide. Idiocy. Air. Idiocy. No, life has to be entered from the other door. Next slide. The light that is left saying, just a moment. Next slide. We all live in a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Next slide. To fly through the invisible fence. Next slide. The issue is as simple as that, I reckon. Those who have existed, spoken, and written before me were awe-inspiring and respectable. They were real scholars and genuinely learned men. I assume that you gentlemen are listening to me, standing and speaking in front of you in a similar courteous way you would do to a madman speaking. Thank you so much for putting up with, forgiving, watching, and looking at the shadow of a life that has been trying to come to terms with life in its own way, that has been struggling. Next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide, next slide.